Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, friends, colleagues from Indonesia. Maybe before we start the session, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Devina, and my partner here, Shafindri.
Hi everyone. Hope you're having a fruitful workshop today. And can all of you all hear us?
Yes, of course.
I think you can unmute the mic because this is a discussion group.
Yes. Okay, yeah, we have here Miss Yervi. Am I saying this correctly?
Yes. Okay. I think Devina, shall we start off the session by introducing, giving a small introduction about everyone?
Okay, yes. Yes.
So I think
maybe
we have about 15 participants. Can each of y'all introduce from where are you and what's your background very shortly, because we are having a very short time.
Yeah, hello everyone. May I introduce myself for the first time?
Yes, Pak.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry my video is locked. Yeah. Would you like administrator? The admin, would you like to open my video?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Still locked. Still locked.
Oh, still locked.
Yeah, still locked. Okay. Here you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, then I think it's all right. I think we will go ahead with the session, because the most important part is to discuss about the topic given to us, which is title, keywords, and abstract. So Devina, would you share your screen, or shall I share my screen with you?
Oh, I can share the screen. Okay. Oh, while we share, maybe we should start with the introduction one by one.
Hello everyone. My name is Teguh Widodo. I come from, demographic researcher, and now I'm working in BKKBN, Family Planning Board.
Okay.
Okay.
And my university coming from ITB.
Oh.
Yeah, urban and regional planning as well.
Thank you. Who is the next one who will introduce themselves?
Okay, maybe Ibu Yervi here, who already turned on her camera.
Hello everyone, my name is Yervi. I'm a lecturer in the Civil Engineering Department of Andalas University, Padang.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next maybe we can go to...
Any other person who would like to introduce themselves?
Pak Ari Cahyono, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, hello everyone. My name is Ari. You can call me Ari. I'm a PhD student in Geography Faculty in Gajah Mada University. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
May I introduce myself?
Yes,
okay.
sure.
Hello everyone. My name is Anasha. You can call me Anna. Here I'm a lecturer in the Military Construction Department, Indonesia Defense University. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Anya.
Nice to meet you.
Next one.
Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kunki Dharma Saputra. You can call me Kunki. I'm friend of the Miss Anasha. I'm a lecturer at the Military Building Construction Engineering Department in Indonesia Defense University. My background is also disaster management for the national security at Indonesia Defense University. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one, please.
Okay, may I?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
My name is Fitria. I'm a doctoral student in.
Hi, Fitria. I think we are listening to your introduction, and I think we can go to the next one after that.
Okay.
We can hear you, Fitria. Go on.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Fitria. I'm Fitria Feliciani. I'm Indonesian, but I'm studying in TU Dresden in Germany. I'm a doctoral student here. I'm in my 4th year. My background is also urban planning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And the next one?
Okay, may I?
Yes,
Hello, everyone.
sorry.
My name is Arif Rahmansyah. You can call me Arif.
Okay.
Now I'm a researcher in a startup called Chari, and my background is geology and also water resource management. So I graduated from Hungary for my master. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. The next one?
May I?
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you. My name Arif from Universitas Airlangga, Surabaya. I'm a lecturer in Epidemiology Department, Faculty of Public Health, and right now I'm a coordinator of program studi disaster management in Universitas Airlangga.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next one, please.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Hanum.
Hello.
I'm an oceanographer. I'm working as a disaster management analyst from Chari. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. The next one.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. I'm Argo. From National Aeronautics and Space Agency, 8.
Okay.
I'm graduate from Oceanography Department from Diponegoro University. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Do we have some more left?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Anyone left?
I'm Reni.
If not, hi, Reni.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm Reni, and currently I'm a double degree student of ITB and KU University, Japan. But
Okay.
I work for Regional Disaster Management Board of Yogyakarta Province. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone left? I think if that's all, Devina, shall we start on with the session?
Yes. Is there anyone else who wants to introduce himself?
No, I think we'll start off with the session. I think all
Okay, let's go.
introduce themselves. For today's this breakout room, we'll be mainly discussing on 3 areas. The first one is the title paper of research paper, the title of research paper. Then the second one is the keywords we use in a research paper. And the third one, and the most important one, is I think the abstract. And we will also be discussing about the abstract. We'll start off with the title.
Okay. Yeah, these are the main discussion points that was also previously
these
shown
are few
in
of the these are few of the discussion points we have outlined, but we would like to start off by shall we discuss what's the importance of a title in a research paper? Would any of you like to give your ideas?
I think
yes.
Hello,
Yes,
this is
Anna.
Anna speaking. Yes, I think title is one. I think the most important one, maybe because sometimes even we do make the title in the end of the writing, because we want to make sure that everyone know the what should I say, the what is actually going to be discussed in the paper. So kind of yeah, like a brief summary of what is inside the paper. That's, I think, the importance of the title.
Title. Any other ideas?
Sorry.
Any other ideas about the title? Why do we consider the title to be so important? If I give my idea, I feel like sometimes we even screen papers, like whenever we are doing maybe a systematic literature review, we tend to choose papers. The parallel researchers might choose your paper based on your title. So I think the title needs to reflect the real subject area that you're focusing on. What is your idea about it?
Agreed. Yeah, because yeah, if we look for some paper, like we look for paper, we look for the keywords, and in, for example, is yeah, whatever, Google Scholars or another, and we look for the title first, and then we open it. If the title is not in the keywords, then if the keywords is not in the title, then we didn't open the paper. So I think your suggestion is really on the point.
And also, do we have what are the parameters to be considered in choosing a title? The next discussion point. What do you think needs to be reflected in a title? Do you think it should reflect the purpose of the research? Then maybe the narrative aspect, like on what research methods we have used in the research. Do you think what elements, according to your view, what elements needs to be covered in a research paper title? I'm sure we have a lot of people with many experience.
Hello.
Hello.
So first, I agree with your previous statement, because the title is like a super summarize of the paper. And for the next one, in my perspective, I guess what should we consider, this depends on the paper's objective itself. So it depends which one we want to develop in that paper. Is it the method? Is it the maybe the methods, or maybe the result of the methods, or something what we really want to achieve from the papers?
Yes. No. I feel your idea is like if you're developing a paper on the research methodology, then maybe the methodology needs to be reflected in the paper title. I think that was your idea. Like, what is our main focus?
Yes, indeed, that's true. In my opinion, it's like that.
Yes. So, any other ideas about the title? Why do you think, like, any other new points, why we really think the title needs to be very carefully chosen and carefully worded? Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I think the best title is should provide the object of the research, the purpose of the research, and also the most important is the product of the research. For example, like a mathematics model, and then the product like standard operational procedure and etc. I think so. So the the journal researcher can find out the our journal like that. I think that's all. The most important is the product of the research.
So the title needs to reflect the main research outcome. That is your idea. Any other ideas?
From my point of view, there's different way on to create or how to approach the title. But to my point of view, the title itself, it's already compulsory in a way, because this is like like a message that what you want to convey in even shorter than the abstract. And then another thing that, in my point of view, what should be parameters is what is actually the message that you want to convey in the title, like reflecting from what's the research paper, that it could be different things, but it should be clear. I think from my point of view, if the title is not really concise, it's not really delivering the message, then I would easily skip the
Okay.
paper.
The paper. So your idea is if the title is not very clear, you would skip the paper.
I was like,
May I have an idea to? Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, hello.
We are listening to you.
In my opinion, the title will attract the reader to know exactly what the content of the news will be. And of course, the title is very useful to deliver the news of the news to be read by others.
Okay. Very important. Any other views?
Yes, I want to add some view as well. In my opinion, title is like a cover of the papers. So it's naive if we say don't judge a book by the cover, but indeed we always judge something by its cover. And in this case, it's the title. If the title doesn't convey us to read it, or something that didn't we want to search doesn't show up in the title, so we will skip it, even though in the abstract, or even though in the introduction, or maybe in the result we need it, but it doesn't show up in the title. It's a big probability that we will skip that papers. So I guess the title is really important with that issue.
That's true. So I think yes, Devina.
Is there anyone else who can
Can I try?
their ideas? Yeah, sure.
So I have a different opinion, or maybe kind of summarize everything that all of you have said before. I think doing title is like how you sell something. So it's important that you show your products, what is it, and you should have to be able to show your whole package. And the most important thing, should be appealing. So you put the title as good as possible, so everyone wants to see what's inside, right? So that's why I think it's like selling something.
Selling something, a marketing
that's very
point.
interesting.
Yeah, and another point for me is that I think title is like a window of your world. So in this case, your world is like your paper. So if you want everyone to understand the world, so you need to show people what is it in that window. So that's my idea.
Okay.
May I add my opinion?
Yes, sure.
The title, I think the title of the paper can also be overview of the paper itself. And however, the title is usually written in a few words. In this case, its function is only describe in its entirety what is in the paper, and it means that the title usually does not include the final conclusion of the content of the paper. Yes.
Okay. So I would like to add something to all of your views. Like we said that the title is very important. We need to include all these, the research product, the message, and the objective of the research. But also I feel that the title needs to be simple and maybe not too long as well, because it needs to be, I agree with the point, like it needs to sell your paper, like it needs to have a marketing perspective. So maybe everybody else the title needs to be eye-catching and not too complicated as well. What is your idea, Devina?
Yes, this is also what I'm getting from all of your ideas. I think some of the important things I pick up are that it has to have the right keywords, right, to attract the right audience that we wanna target using our paper.
And yes, and
it also has
also
to be
the last discussion point about the subtitle. Now, this is a interesting area about the title. So, what is your idea about about using a subtitle for the title of the research paper? Do you think it's a good practice? Like, then what kind of subtitles do we need to use, or what is your idea about using subtitles?
So, in my opinion, it's a good idea, but the problem is it depends on the publisher itself, because sometimes it can be added in the journal, or sometimes yeah, we just only use one language, maybe English or maybe French in another world. Yeah, so it's a quite it dependable on the publisher itself, in my opinion. But indeed, it's a good idea to attract more specific target.
Can we have some more ideas on the aspect of a subtitle?
Maybe we can take a look at some of the examples, and we can decide, like discuss.
Shall we move on to the next one, Devina? Keywords.
To the keywords? Okay. Yeah, so when you're deciding your keywords, can anyone share how they choose the right keywords and how important it is? I think we also talk about the importance of keywords in the title discussion, but maybe you can add.
Yes.
If you have any tips or tricks that you use, maybe does anyone wants to say their opinion?
Any new ideas on keywords?
I think who first? Mr. Arif?
Oh, okay, thank you. So, in my opinion, the first thing that we need to put in the keywords, I guess, in the main themes that we choose, like maybe we talk about tsunami. We have a lot of methods, a lot of things, but okay, the main topic is about the bigger topic is tsunami. So I guess it's one of the first keyword that we need to put in our paper.
Any other ideas?
Yeah, maybe to re-emphasize Mr. Arif's comments, you can look for the key concepts of your paper. Maybe it's tsunami or the methodology or the software that you use. So those important parts can be chosen for the keywords.
So maybe we can take these points from here, like the method and then the subject.
No, I think we need to move to the next slide.
We need to move to the next one?
No, the keywords. And I think you have some examples to show, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the...
No, maybe... is there anybody else who wants to talk about keywords? If they have... Also, maybe I want to ask, how do you decide whether we need to go very general or specific on these keywords?
In my opinion, we need to use both of them. So if we reflect it in the shape, so it's in the shape of the triangle. So it based from the general, the bigger, and then we move to the sharp one, to the specific. But we need to limit that we have only we'll only have a few keywords, maybe 3 to 5. It depends. Also depends on the publisher. In my opinion, in my experience. So we need to choose like as we saw before in the previous one, like a purpose, the bigger theme, and then the purpose, and then the method, and agree also with the Miss means Anasha Lakshmi as well. And what kind of topic and what kind of things that we do in the papers. So we need to make it like a triangle. So from the general one to the specific one.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You want to add something?
Yeah. Thank you. It is totally different when I was in college 20 years ago. My lecturer said that keywords must be put when the most of the words in the paper the most type in the paper. But now it is totally different because it is digital era. Choosing the right keywords is, I think, the first step that must be taken to create articles in the digital age. It's different, and the old habits such as research, rushing the contact of source, but now it's just the second place. This is different before and now in digital era. I think how to choose, the keywords is, and now must be type keywords. The reader in digital era. Most of them read the mainstream of the words.
Yeah, maybe we also need to know the trending topics.
Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, maybe we can go to the next part, and then since we talk about the title and keywords, maybe abstract is in my personal experience, abstract is the most difficult to write. Because I'm very anxious whether my readers will go on and read the whole paper or not. Does anybody wants to add their opinion on writing a good abstract?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. In my experience, writing a good abstract is quite tricky. So indeed, abstract is really important because we have a lot of papers that we need to read for our papers or our academic writings or another products, but we don't have a lot of time to read the whole paper, every whole paper. We don't have really a lot of time to do it. So we will shop from the windows, like Mrs. Hanum said before. It's also another windows, but it's a bigger one than the abstract. So after after the title. So after we find the title, the good one, the good title, it's matched with our needs, then I will move to abstract. Then if the abstract explain everything that I need for my products, in this case papers or another academic writing, then I will read the whole paper. If the abstract doesn't explain summarize the whole paper, then doesn't summarize the whole paper, or it doesn't meet my criteria, then I will not read the whole paper. So that's the necessity. So we have to summarize the whole from the background, like one or two short sentence, and then add a little brief in one or two sentences about the methods, and then also one or two sentences about the result and discussion in the abstract. So it should be a little bit sexy, quote unquote sexy in this case.
I see. Thank you. So you said then maybe we need to also, maybe this is one of the debates we can have, whether we should put our result and discussions in the abstract. What do you think?
Yes, in my opinion, we should put a brief explanation about our results.
Can I try to add something?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Okay, so continuing from what Mr. Aris had said before, I think the abstract, we could level up the abstract to be the door of the house. So the title is the window, the abstract is a door. So that's my opinion. So correct me if I'm wrong, I think for the component of the abstract is first the purpose, then the method, the result, and the conclusion. Is that right? I had a course before explaining about this, and my lecturer said that the abstract should be simple. And by simple, he means that we need to include those 4 main components, and each component should only have, not should only, it's good to have only 1 sentence. So the purpose, you have 1 sentence, a good sentence, the method, 1 sentence which have the connection to the previous sentence. I mean, if if the purpose and the method doesn't intercorrelate it, so you won't have a good flow in the paragraph, right? So for the result, it's quite different, because I believe we have a lot of results that we want to present in the paper. So not I think, my previous lecturer told me that it might be good to include 2 results, but the other one should be 1. So I'm not sure which is the right one, but that's what my lecturer had said, and I think it's a good one. I tried to apply that in my paper that I prepare right now, and I think it makes me less stressful because if you don't have such guidelines, it will make you feel like I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how to present myself to everyone. I don't know how to present my paper, and that thing can get complicated, and you can lose something on the way. So I think that's my message. I think stick to the guideline is important.
Okay.
Yes, Jacob.
Okay, thank you. Background, at least there is, there are 5 components must be written in the abstract. First of all, background, and then purpose of the research, method, result, and discussion. At least in paper there is not list from 300 words. Yeah, as long as
I think it's different for some publications, no? Some publications require 300 words, and some require less. Or yeah. So I'm not sure if we have to stick with that. I mean, each publication have its own rules, so I might want to stick with the contents. But thank you very much. The background is important as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add something, Devina?
Yeah, sure. Please add your view.
This is my personal practice. When I'm writing abstract, I normally use some subtopics, and those are like 1 or 2 sentences for the introduction, then the research problem in 1 sentence, then also the research gap. I will tell why my research study has not been covered in the previous research adequately. Then also explain the approach to the research question, how I have addressed it. Then in 1 sentence, I will describe the methodology as well. Then finally, a small mentioning about what are the results of my research and the key impact of this study. So I always structure the abstract under these subtopics. Does any of others have that kind of personal practices?
Okay, I think I agree with you on the highlighting and really pressing on that gap that this paper fills, I think.
Yes. And also, what is your idea about having a lot of background information, like in the starting introduction part of the abstract? Some people make it very lengthy. And when before this session, when I went through the good practices related to the abstracts, what I found was like we need not elaborate too much on the research background, because the person who is coming to read our paper wants to know about our research, not the ones that has been done by the previous researchers. So we need to minimize the amount of background information we provide and focus more on what is really expected and the outcome of our study. Are there any ideas to that viewpoint? The audience seems to be very quiet.
Maybe Pak Pungki?
Since we have about 12 minutes, Devina, shall we move on to the examples?
We have, oh yeah, there. Okay, so we prepared some examples maybe to discuss some good papers. Maybe we can discuss why this is like what good points that we can take from these examples. Maybe we can take some time. Of course, you can discuss about the title, the abstracts, and also the keywords as well. And maybe give your opinion on whether this is what good things that can be taken. Maybe okay. So from our previous discussion about the title, this title show directly that they are highlighting on the product, right? So they're giving what are the success factors for this certain issue, enhance disaster resilience in the urban community. And also there are these things in the abstract on the result. Does anybody have any opinion to add? Can I ask Miss Anasha, maybe?
Yes.
What do you think about the title?
Yeah.
And abstract
Yeah.
of this paper?
As we discussed before, this paper has summarized the discussion, like the key factor is also in the title and then also in the abstracts. And then the abstracts, I think for the title itself, it's really general. Maybe I have a question for the other people here after this. For the title, like I used to make the title very specific. What do you think about that? Should we make like general or specific? Like because in my opinion, in my case, I want to make sure that this is the methodology, or this is the purpose, or this is what I worked on. So it's really specific. But in here, it's only the success factors in the keywords of disaster resilience and urban community. What do you think about that? The other people, maybe you have suggestion. And for the inside of the abstract itself, I read we have the several sentence on introductions, and then it also gives like the purpose, maybe the target of the output at the front, and then it gives several of the method at the end. Oh, it's all, yeah, I think like the methodology is like using theoretical and practical studies, and at the end it has a brief of the conclusions, which it also adds like what it want to achieved for the next research. Maybe I think that's like in the final, at the final sentence, it has the finally the conclusion and suggestion are given for promoting sustainable DRC. So that kind of suggestions for future research or others, that's also the used to be in the abstract. So I think all of the discussion has been inputted perfectly in this abstract. That's my opinion.
Oh, but yeah, thank you very much. So you're saying that the abstract seems to be very good, but also you have question whether others think the title is too
general.
General.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Does anybody have anything to say about the title?
Or maybe you have like experience on how to make the title suitable for your yeah, like maybe if it's general, we can make it useful, more useful for or the like more lookable. I don't know, maybe easier to be searched or others. Anything?
Okay, maybe I would like to call Mbak Hanum. Do you have any opinion on the title?
I think the title, so the previous speaker was Miss Anesha, if I'm not mistaken. I think I agree with her. The title is quite general. I think by reading, skimming of the abstract, I can propose to make it general as well as specific. So the success factors of enhanced disaster resilience in urban communities, I think can be kept. I think can be kept, and maybe we can add a semicolon, followed with something like how to promote sustainable DRC, because that's what the conclusion is. And I think it's going to be really interesting because I would wonder how to promote sustainable DRC. How? Then I will start to read the abstract. And then if that's interesting and I don't understand, I will probably download the paper. So that's my point for the title. I think it should be a mix between the general part and the specific part. Thank you.
Thank you very much for
Maybe others have another better opinion.
Yeah, maybe anybody want to add? I think my personal opinion is I think the title is pretty good because we have something general, as we said, the success factor for enhanced disaster resilience, and then we're talking about urban community only, so it puts some kind of specific case where they're what's the word? Okay, does anybody have any opinion to add? We only have like 4 more minutes.
Miss Devina,
Yeah. Okay.
I have saw that in many particular journal, they use the title with the question sentence. It is okay or not? Maybe for everybody here can share their opinion.
Yes, that's interesting. Yeah, what do you think? There's an example here also that
Yes,
use
like
question.
this. Who lives and who stays? Yes.
Does anybody have any opinion? For me personally, I think this is a very selling title. You know, but maybe somebody have a different opinion. Who can
So I also have a question.
From this title, we can see it use the method. It contain the method for the title, like statistical meta-analysis.
Yes.
Is this the part of this abstract review and statistical meta-analysis? Is that a subtitle, or what is your idea? Like, is that a subtitle, or is it a part of the main title?
That's good. Maybe is this a subtitle? I don't know what is the guideline for a subtitle.
Do you have any ideas? Or I think we can when we will report back the findings of the session to the plenary, I think we can pose this question: how do you identify a subtitle? Do you really need to use a subtitle? And also, is using question marks acceptable? I agree with Devina. It looks a very attractive topic, but from the academic viewpoint, to which level it's professional and academic is a problem.
Right. Since we only have 1 more minute, maybe it's good. And we can also put our pending questions to the plenary.
Yes, please put your questions to the chat and we can copy these to the main plenary.
Do you want to share your report?
Yes, I have made a presentation with the findings of this session. Like I have all completed the presentation, but I don't think we have left time to present it here. And I think since all of us will be there at the main plenary, I'll present it at the plenary. It was really nice to meet all of you. And I hope after Corona, we would be able to meet someday in real person.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
And thank you so much, Devina, for co-chairing the session. And it was really nice.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Participation.
Thank you very much.
We will.
Thank you, Mbak Devina.
Thank you. Thank you, Pak.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think we need to remain in this session and we will be directed to the main session.
Yes.
Don't leave the meeting.
Yes.